Yo everybody, welcome to Football Manager 2019 here with Newcastle United, and we are back, and as you can see it is time for FA Cup action to begin. You can just see us down here. We take on Wolves in the competition today, so not an easy tie. They're flying pretty high in the Premier League. They sit in 8th position, so absolutely no pushover. I would have liked an easier tie, but we have to deal with what we get. Before we jump into that, we're going to take a quick look at how we have been doing, and it is consistently inconsistent. The only way I can describe it. We'll look at this fixtures from last time. Last time you saw us was this 2-1 game against Tottenham, the defeat. We beat Crystal Palace by a goal to nil, and then things got terrible. We lost 2-0 at Bournemouth. We were lifeless in that game. And then the games against Manchester United and Liverpool, they were always going to be difficult, but we made it so much harder for ourselves than it had to be. Manchester United kind of ran over us in the first half. We started to come back into it, but not quickly enough. The Liverpool game is one we absolutely want to forget immediately. 4-0 down at halftime, showed absolutely nothing. I don't know if it's... I don't know. I honestly don't know. You can see it's our away form. We haven't won an away game since November 10th. Again, we beat West Ham 2-1 away from home. But our away form typically this season is pretty shocking. We have, I think, 2 Premier League away wins all year long. And we did bookend these 3 defeats with the wins against Palace and Cardiff by a goal to nil. We take on Wolves at home in the FA Cup. Then we travel to Brighton, which is an away game we really need to be winning. But yeah, it's our away form that has been a big issue. So I might need to look into a couple things, maybe to switch it up, make us better away from home. I just don't know what those things are yet. But before we get into that and looking at tactical tweaks and things, we are going to get on with this game. So I am missing Longstaff, and Diame is also injured. We are full of injuries and international things, as you can see. I think Diame is okay to play though. Yes, Diame can play, so he's going to start. Longstaff can't play at all. He is out for another 5 to 12 days, so he's going to be missing for a little bit. Keys on international duty, so is Muto Benedetto is out with a broken ankle for how much longer? 7 weeks to 3 months. So he got hurt in the Manchester United game. So Rondon is our striker right now because Muto is away. Tempted to play Perez because Rondon's been off. I might actually give Perez the start in this one to see what happens. See if you can do any better. Pavon is out here. We are still missing Kennedy, of course, from his long-term injury. So we're a little bit light on people right now. We're kind of struggling through. But we're going to go with this team. This is probably as good a squad as I can put out right now, considering the circumstances. It's not great. Tempted to throw Atsu in there on the left, but I don't think I will. I'm going to stick with Pavon at least to start this one. Why is Dwight Gale? Why did we trade Dwight Gale for Salomon Rondon? I'd much rather have Gale here right now. He can play the position. He's just a better player. And see why in real life Newcastle are pretty awful. But anyway, I'm going to get into the game. This is another one. We really want to be winning these cup games. I'm not going to back down for them. Wolves might. They might start resting some people. It doesn't look like it though. Looking at this. Nope, they're going all out as well. Yeah, we really want to be winning this. The League Cup is such a winnable competition because I think Chelsea eventually got put out in the quarterfinals as well. So we could have easily progressed in there if we didn't lose to Burnley. So really we want to be making a cup run here to coincide with hopefully a resurgence in the league as well as we get underway at St James's Park. The games against Manchester United and Liverpool were difficult to watch. I almost didn't make this video because I was really pretty frustrated after those because I just couldn't do anything. There was honestly, every pass was going astray, every tackle was being missed. We just weren't doing anything at all. And also in the Cardiff game, in the last one, we actually got very lucky because in the 94th or 95th minute, they had a goal disallowed, which if there was VAR in the Premier League, it would have been overturned and it would have been 1-1. As we approach half-time here in a lifeless first half, nothing's happened, no highlights at all to speak of. And it looks like we're going into the break goalless, and it does. We did have a team meeting, that's why morale is still somewhat decent. We had to after the drubbing by Liverpool. We had to try and lift spirits up a little bit. So hopefully we're still in a decent spot with that, but I don't know where goals are going to come from. I mean, Matt Ritchie can still score them, but we don't have a striker anymore. Kennedy was getting a couple, Pavon hasn't really done much. So I'm a little concerned now with these injuries, how we're going to survive kind of going forward here. Again, over an hour into this game and absolutely nothing has happened. Let's get Rondon on the pitch, bring off Perez. That experiment didn't work. Ritchie's having a shocker, so I'm kind of tempted to bring on Christian Atsu. I don't want to play Pavon as an inside forward. I kind of want to put Atsu in that role though. So I don't want to have nobody coming in to support Rondon. So we'll go with that. It's a big kind of bold move bringing Matt Ritchie off, but he's having a poor game. So I'd rather Christian Atsu has played quite well when he's been in the team. He's shall come forward. First highlight of the game, Diame hits it and it goes wide. Wouldn't have minded if that was a kind of one and done in terms of highlights if it ended with a goal. We are all over them, but we're just not. I don't know. We don't do it. It says work ball into box, but we take so many long shots that just aren't successful. So honestly, I don't really know what else we're supposed to do. You know, in those situations, I don't know. I'm gonna bring on Yadlin just here for the end. Don't have any midfield support to bring on, so my tired body's in there. Is going to have to deal with it. They lose Traore. We have a highlight here right towards the end. It goes in. It's headed over by Patricio. Kieran Clark should absolutely have scored. We're going to push it for the last 5 or so. This corner is probably going to come to nothing because, well, it's a corner. Of course it won't. Shelby swings it in anyway, and Bully clears it away. And then we get towards the end. It's like a goalless game. We're going to have to play an extra match here, replay at the mall. And since it's away from home, we're probably going out of the cup. As there is the full-time whistle. 0-0. Kind of a dull, drab game. Not going to tell them it was disappointing because they really didn't play badly. We just didn't get any execution going forward, which is exactly what I was concerned about. So we're going to go into the game against Brighton. I might look at a couple things. Hopefully we have a player or two back, but I doubt it. Let's see if we can keep ourselves on track in the Premier League. Right, we are back for the Brighton game. A couple things January related are happening. I'm going to keep them on the down low for now in case they don't happen, but I am hoping and trying to be active in the market because I feel like we do need a couple things. You can actually see one here that take Rondon out. Perez could be on his way out. He's under a bid of £12 million from Leicester, which I think for him is pretty good. I wasn't going to turn that down anytime soon. So Rondon will return in there. Doesn't mean I might have to look at another striker option down the line, but we'll come to that if we need to. Outside of that, I think that's the only change we're going to make. Rondon coming in, but the rest of the team is going to stay the same from the Wolves game in the Cup. So let's see if we can jump in, get only what would be our second away win of the season, or third? I think third. What we looked at earlier on. I'm going to try and put a little bit of pressure on them here, see if they'll perform. I don't know if they're getting complacent or what, so I'm going to go at them. Make sure that we walk away from the South Coast, go back home with all 3 points. Look at the table there. We have a chance to go above Tottenham if we get a win here. It's a big win for goal difference purposes. Our goal difference was good until we played Manchester United and Liverpool, and then it all fell apart, and Bournemouth. And things all started to fall apart there as Matt Ritchie comes forward down the right from what looked like a Brighton highlight. Now Rondon through the middle. Does he know how to shoot? I don't know. He's gone wide. He's going to play. And no, he's challenged by Bruno, and it is a goal kick. So I guess it was a Brighton highlight. We just managed to do it. Way back there. Yeah. Don't worry about your fake VAR. This is the Premier League. None of this stuff matters. I'm curious if they put it in the game at some point where the Premier League will adopt VAR. I'm curious. So that's Pavon. Rondon absolutely should have given us the lead with a header there. He puts it onto the bar instead. And now Diame's hurt, and I don't have a central midfielder. That's my I'm upset noise, for those that were unclear. We push towards, I think I might need to try and just keep Diame on the pitch. Don't know if it's a good idea. I'd rather he didn't do any more damage, but I don't think I really have a choice because Longstaff is still hurt. And he's standing there holding his hamstring with the ball at his feet, which isn't particularly helpful. It's not Brighton have the ball. They come forward to Sean Gross. He gave it away and got it back. And that ball to the middle, I don't like it. He goes himself, and thankfully, looked like it just went wide. I guess he hit it at Dubravka. It's going to bounce off of him, but I'll take it. Brighton corner that hopefully will mean absolutely nothing. Knockaert puts it in there, and it swings aimlessly past everyone. We approach halftime here again. We haven't really done much, but here's a corner. Shelvey puts it in, goes to the back post, bounces off. It's cleared off the line. Don't really know how it got there. It didn't look like Diamond was close to it, or anyone, but it made it to there. Here's Matt Ritchie, finds Rondon. Rondon hits one, it's saved by Button in the Brighton goal. Oh, I wish we had Benedetto. Or just a striker that knows where the goal is. Is the carnage had away by Lewis Duncan ends the highlight. We're doing okay. We're not playing particularly badly. We've been threatened a couple times, but we've also had our own chances to get a goal. I'm not too dissatisfied by how this is going. Hopefully I didn't speak too soon as Brighton. This guy is giving us some trouble. Here's Gross from range. Oh, I thought that was going to bend right in there. I got a little worried. Dubravka was kind of hopefully covering it, but it's hard to tell. As that will bring us to half-time at the Amex. We are goalless. Ideally, we really need to be winning this game, but with the way our away form has been, just not losing is probably good enough result in a lot of ways. I am going to leave Diame out there. I think at some point I'm going to have to probably throw Perez in there to play that role, which is not ideal. It's far from it. I just don't really think we have another choice unless maybe have a backup plan in here. We'll see. See how bold I'm feeling. How bold I feel leaving Diame out there in a broken heap with a tight hamstring. As we kind of continue on, nothing's happening. I'm going to make some changes now. I want to do Rondon, but I don't because Perez is worse. What I am going to do is put Hayden up into that midfield spot. I'm going to move Kieran Clark up into the halfback spot. It's a gamble. I don't know if you can actually play it, but I'd honestly rather do that than play Perez in the middle. There's also a temptation to do some other craziness. Let me check something quickly here. He doesn't actually know how to play up there, does he? I'm tempted to throw Matt Ritchie up front. I'm really, really tempted. I'm going to do it. Rondon has got booked down. Matt Ritchie's going up front. I'm going to put Christian Atsu out on that right-hand side. This is absolutely insane, by the way. It's probably just going to fall apart. But if Matt Ritchie scores a winning goal on an assist from Kieran Clark, you're looking at the next best tactic in the world. But as time ticks away, it looks like maybe not. But here's Fabian Schär with a free kick for us. He finds Hayden playing that a little further forward. I know they're out of position. Thank you, game. Clark finds Hayden. He spreads out wide. Here's Dummett. You're going to find Pavon. Could have played that Dummett again. He didn't. Clark pings it forward. It goes nowhere, and that might be why he's a centre back and not a midfielder. As Brighton counter us here. I don't like this. Why did you just not run, you absolute fool? Here's March proper. Oh, I was scared. The cheeks were clenched. A little bit of poo definitely came out as we get towards the end. I will probably just about accept this if it stays goalless, but they are pushing forward. Looks like they have a chance. Here's March finds Bong. Goes back to Brown Kayal. Hopefully there's playing it around referee. If you want to look at your watch anytime soon, that would be outstanding. The game should be over. Bruno challenged by Dummett, and there we go. Full time. Goalless on the South Coast. What an episode that was. 2 goalless games. Just what you all want to see. That's kind of summing up the way this is going right now. We're not having a whole ton of luck. We're kind of struggling to piece together results to keep our position, but again, like I say, I'm not terribly disappointed. Let's strike Diame 1 to 2 days. Good, he'll be absolutely fine. He should be good to go in the replay, which is in 4 of those days. Alright, we are going to call it there. Another episode in the books. Hopefully we'll push forward. I don't know exactly where we'll jump back in. None of these games look terribly exciting. If you get past Wolves, there might be an FA Cup fourth round tie in there. If not, you might see us somewhere in here. I don't really want us to do City and Arsenal again. That's just 2 defeats that I don't really want to relive on video in the future. So we'll jump in somewhere. We'll let you know what goes on in that FA Cup game, see if January brings anything exciting. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. It means an absolute ton to me. It means the world seeing those things pop up. So yeah, let me know what you think and see you next time.